Welcome to the Charlotte Motor Speedway here for the fourth race of the Featherlite Sportsman Series season. We are here for a 40-lap race, the Coke 060. And here we are, the 21 of Pox Cozart in the M&M's Dodge will start on pole and to his outside, the 35 of Julio Cesar. Starting lineup is on your screen now. Rounding out the first three rows, it is Jackman, Ben Pye, 20 of Kyle Wilfred, and then Big Nader 88. This is one of the longest races of the season, so these guys are going to be going at it for quite some time. The pace car peels off the racetrack, and we are about to get set for 40 laps here at Charlotte. Green flag is out, and we are underway. Pretty good start by Cesar, even though the outside line is not the preferred line here. But it looks like he's going to lose out to the 12 of Jackman as they funnel their way down the back straightaway. Look at the 00 of J-Rack and the 2 of Yoshi. Clawing their way to the bottom as Jackman makes a move for the lead. Now Wilfred makes it 3 wide. Who's going to lead lap 1? It's going to be, looks like it was Cozart on the outside, snagging that first lap. But Cozart gets into the wall, down into Cesar. They're 4 wide behind him. They're still 4 wide. And there they go. Dew Storm hooks the 1 car, and we've got a big crash. That's the 6 car is in it. Oh, man. VGO3 is wrecked. Cool Guy is wrecked. We are only on lap 2. Didn't take that long to happen. Looking at Austin James here in the 1. He's on the inside of, that's Ethan Matheson, the points leader. And then Dew Storm just gives him a tap, and James gets hooked into the inside wall. Gets run into hard by VGO3. And that will put Austin James' race in doubt if he can continue. Cookies was also involved, so we're going to take a look at Adam Mitchell, who's 4 wide with Angelina Cookies. That looked like VGO3. As Kyle Wilfred would win the race back to the line and would assume the lead. As now Yoshi is in second, then it's Cesar, J-Rack, Ben Pye, Matheson, Jackman, Cozart, Jazz, and Tropical rounding out the top 10. We can confirm that the 6 of VGO3 and the 4 of Cool Guy have both retired from the race. Adam Mitchell was also involved as the pace car pulls off. And we are back underway here at Charlotte. Look at Cesar. He wants second place back from the number 2 of Yoshi. Yoshi gets trapped on the outside, and it's going to allow Ben Pye to make a run on him for third. And here comes Cesar. He wants to make a move on Wilfred for the lead. Gotta be careful not to push up the track, though, through 3 and 4. We saw that last time. Cesar does push up the track. And here comes Ben Pye. And Yoshi right there as well. You can throw a blanket over these top 4. And if these 3 are wide open, Jackman can make a move. They're 4 wide as Wilfred gets into the wall. Look at Jazz, and the 91's going to go from 7th to 2nd in the span of 2 turns. And now Jazz gets through. Now Tropical in the 40 car is going to go to the bottom, and he's going to take 3rd. Cesar's still pinned to the high side of the track. This is excellent stuff we're seeing here in the early stages of this race. Meanwhile, look at down at the bottom. That is Jonas Johanan in the 61 who dominated to a win last week at Bristol. Also got moving up. We got Nitro down there, the green car. working with, that is Dew Storm, who has shaken off that earlier accident. As now Jazz moves into the lead. 3 wide is Random J, forcing his way down to the bottom, and he's going to send Jackman into the wall. They're going almost 5 wide. Nitro gets pinned into it and hooked into the inside wall. Back across the track, nobody hits him. And the caution flag is back out. And Jazz will lead him back to the line. And this will be the second week in a row that Nitro is going to be taken out due to a crash. And Dew Storm was involved yet again. So they're going 4 wide here. We're going to go looking at Yoshi, who goes to the inside of Caesar. Nitro goes to the inside of Yoshi. And then, for some reason, Dew Storm thought it was a good idea to go 4 wide. Although it looked like that Yoshi and Caesar made contact first. We're going to go from the back and look on board the 42 of Crispy Fried Racer, who makes a very close avoidance with Nitro's stricken car. "14 laps now in the books, and it is still Jazz leading. We've been under 3 caution flags already. It's Jazz, Benpai, J-Rack in third. See your running order on the right-hand side. Nitro is out. He will join VGO3. Austin James, among others, out of this race. Benpai already looking to make a move, as they are double wide, about 7th or 8th place back. J-Rack and the Hellcat making his way down on the bottom, and who's he going to bring with him? That's the O2 of Cigar. But Tropical's going to pounce first, and he's going to make it 3 wide for 3rd place. J-Rack moves into 2nd. And he's going to bring Tropical and Jonah on the bottom with him. Jonah, also known as Vortex Chaos. This is his 2nd season in the FSS. This season he's been pretty impressive, as they have a battle for 5th, and that's going to draw the 8 of Hoodlum right in as well. Benpai, though, has been quite the resurgence to his season after having an awful campaign last time out. Random J, though, in that 62, he's been a very, very competitive driver this season. He won at Daytona, and he has been very fast everywhere that we've gone. He's sitting 2nd in the standings. The main problem is that his points rival, the 16th of Ethan Matheson, is about 3 cars behind him. So, he won't be able to gain too much where he sits now either way. Look at that cluster of cars back and around the 12th position. These guys haven't learned back there yet, as Tropical's going to make a move for 2nd on J-Rack, and looks like we'll get it unless he leaves the door open for Benpai. And he does leave the door open, but Tropical will take 2nd temporarily. Meanwhile, Jazz is comfortably driven out to lead. We got 3 wide here between Ringo, Kozart, and Yoshi, as well as between Nader, Joester, and Lane, and the round goes to 23, and takes Lane and Adam Mitchell with him. And the caution is back out right at halfway, as Hoodlum makes a last-second charge and will take 2nd. Not been a good season for Hoodlum. He's sitting 34th in points. But, we're going to look at this from Big Nader 88. Joester Jackhammer just pushes up into him and takes Lane and Mitchell alone for the ride. And Abigail Lane, who's currently the Rookie of the Year leader in that 55 car. We're going to go on board Adam Mitchell here, who's had a bad race last week at Bristol. He was sitting, prior to that, 5th in points. And this has been his second accident in the race. Nobody went out of the race due to that accident. Figured it was relatively minor. As now it is Jazz, Hoodlum, Tropical, Ben Pye, J-Rack, the top 5. Look at your running order. Down on the right-hand side. We are back underway. Here we're going to have 17 laps to go, as look at the field already streaking out. Oh, there's an issue for Cozart. Maybe he broke a gear trying to get up to speed, or something is wrong with the 21 car, and he's going to hold up a bunch of cars, including Abigail Lane, Joester Jackhammer, Orioles, and I think that is... No, that's not the 92. Here's Ringo in the 39. Ever since his Daytona season, he's had a rather poor string of races, and now he has to pit for some reason. I'm guessing he passed the 21 before the line, and that will be a penalty. As now Hoodlum has passed Jazz for the lead, looking to take his second career win, as Random J forces Ben Pye out of the way and moves into 4th place. I should mention that your top 4 in points are all running in this lead pack, as Jazz wants the lead back. As I was saying, Matheson, Random J, Ben Pye, and Vortex are all running in this top 12 or so. That just shows you how competitive this series has been. Also creeping up into the mix is the 25 of Dysick, who jumped 20 positions last week from 33rd to 13th in the standings. The biggest jump that we've seen in a long time. As now Tropical has moved into 2nd. Here's Cigar in car number 02. He's been a midfielder, really. Haven't had a whole lot to say about him quite yet, but he's having a good day today. Here comes Tropical. He's looking for the lead. Tropical is dead last in the point standings. And look at this momentum. He's going to get by the 91 for the lead. And next time by, there will be 12 laps to go. Yeah. Hoodlum is 34th in points. He's not having a good season either. But nonetheless, Tropical into the lead. He's got Hoodlum right behind him. Hoodlum makes a peek to the bottom, and he's going to try and take the lead with help from Random J. And Hoodlum does take the lead. Boy, the Dark Horse Motorsports car is running very well. He's wanting that second career victory. Could today be the day? Meanwhile, the DRC number 02 of Cigar is now into 3rd place with help from Dysick. Those two are teammates, so it's only fitting that those two would be working together, as Random J gets forced 3 wide. And here comes Crispy out of nowhere. He was back in about 25th for that opening run, but now all of a sudden he's got a shot to get a top 5 finish. Look how far Jazz is falling back. He's going to fall likely back to around 9th or 10th. Meanwhile, Dysick moves into 3rd place. We'll see if Random J can make a move. Doesn't look like it that time, as Crispy's now into the top 5 with a pass on Cigar. Tropical now stalking Dysick like he's a dog at the mailman. And Tropical can't get the run out of 4. And now with 9 laps to go, we have plenty of time to see some last-second chaos. And we've seen that in this series before. And judging by with how the racing has been today, I would doubt that we see somebody come from way back in the pack to try to make a last push for the win. Interesting fact about that 62 team of Random J, all of his top 10s in his entire FSS career have been top 5s. So, Random J has never finished between 6th through 10th in one of these races. And that streak is looking like it's going to continue as he's going to pass Dysik for 3rd and May gets 2nd. Now he's just going to have to settle for 3rd for the time being from Tropical, but he swings it way up the track and it's going to allow Crispy to make a run. And Crispy will take 4th. Laps winding down now, this time by 6 laps to go. Can anybody catch Hoodlum? Pax Kozart, after his issue, is still running, albeit 2 laps down. Ringo 1 lap down after having to serve his penalty. Dysik now, all over the back bumper of Hoodlum. He's going for the lead. Meanwhile, Crispy is caught and going to pass the 62 of Random J. Dysik, after an amazing race at Bristol last week, he's going to try and make a run for the lead. Look at Hoodlum, he's fighting back. They're side by side all the way down the back stretch. But Dysik is going to win out entering 3. And look at the field, it's closed right back up. 5 to go. As now the all-in number 42 of Crispy is in 3rd place. And he's got Cigar and Jarak right behind. Meanwhile, Ethan Matheson, the championship leader, has moved back into the top 10. And that is the 46 of 79YT. That's kind of just floated his way into the top 10. Not been a great year for that 46 team, but something to smile about today. His first career top 10 appears that it will come to fruition. I wonder if Crispy may be holding up these cars back here for around 3rd place or so. They can't seem to be getting any momentum on catching the top 2 as Dysik leading. 3 laps to go. Can Hoodlum make a last-ditch effort? Meanwhile, Tropical gets back into the top 5 with a pass off of Random J. Hoodlum's closing a little bit going down the backstretch, but I think Dysik's got the better car through the corners. Oh, not this time. He pushes up the racetrack and Hoodlum is now there. And this is what Crispy wants. Crispy and Cigar back there, that's what they want to see. They want to see these two battle it out. And here he comes to the bottom. Hoodlum. Even looks like he gives the bumper to Dysik through turn 2, and now he's got the lead, and the white flag will be coming this time by. And Crispy tries to make a move for 2nd, can't make the move. Dysik's going to try to go for the crossover. As here we go for the white flag. Hoodlum's got it, but not by much. Dysik goes to the bottom. Don't leave the door open, man. Crispy is right there. Dysik's going to get the lead. But can Crispy get there? Crispy's going to the bottom. 3 wide for the lead down the backstretch. Cigar's there if anything chaotic happens. But Crispy is going to make a 3 wide pass, but Dysik's fighting back. Hoodlum almost into the wall. And now Cigar darts it to the bottom. But it's not going to be enough. Crispy Fried Racer wins at Charlotte in an amazing turn of events. Unbelievable. And a dead heat for 2nd. It actually goes to Dysik. But unbelievable finish. Results now up on your screen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we will see you for the ASCS race later today.